right, guys, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce, and thank you again, as always, for your company. Now, we want to talk about conflict in marriage, okay? Every marriage will go through its own seasons, its own tensions. You're from different backgrounds, you just come together, for your union, and you have your own personalities. And so I don't know if necessarily there's a way to say a marriage will not have conflict. The important thing is to figure out how to deal with the conflict. And Benjamin Zulu is here in studio with me. Karibu sana to the show. It's always good to have you, Benjamin. Our caller was saying that she enjoys your conversations. So I trust she's watching. Her name is Purity.
Thank you, Purity.
And we want to talk about resolving conflict in marriage.
Yeah.
There are those, Benjamin, who falsely assume that just because you're in love and whatnot, like a marriage now, you should never have tensions, or that the fact that you have a tension now, all of a sudden you're doing a poromoka, like it's no longer a healthy marriage. Talk to me about that.
And that's a very adolescent view.
It is, isn't it?
I saw one quote that was talking about where we are coming from, the exes we have, some of us, before you come in. And somebody was saying, she's seated there telling me how much of a dog her ex was, and I'm trying my best not to bark. Because what she's describing us of that,
Yeah.
We need to acknowledge that when you're coming into a marriage, when you're coming into a relationship, you're coming from somewhere. Some people are having scars, others are having wounds, So let's say that a healthy relationship, whatever it is not always about roses. I tell people it's not about songs. There's a Valentine coming up, It's not always about the good parts. The good parts are very good.
Yeah.
But there's another part that we don't broadcast. The disagreement, the silence treatment. Oh my. Ladies are good at that. Cold War. There's heavy tension in the house. And you feel like you're walking on eggshells. And you're trying to confess your sins, recalling, even telling others nobody knew about them. Because you're trying to regain. So the awkwardness, the disagreements, that's normal in a healthy relationship. The way our normal body, when you're a normal person, you always have some pains. Sometimes you have flu, sometimes you have, you have a cough, sometimes you have a pimple. Those pains are normal, and they have their usefulness. They should not be regretted.
Yeah.
In fact, we usually say, if we agree on everything, one of us is unnecessary.
Wow.
My shadow does that better than you. So I want to show you an angle, you show me a blind side.
Talk to me about these conflicts being useful, because it reminds me of the quote that I shared for today, which is talking about, to get out of your comfort zone, there's going to be discomfort, right? You're going to have to be stretched a little bit. And I guess we could apply that to relationships as well, in terms of saying, even for your relationship to grow, there needs to be a point where things have to be uncomfortable.
The best thing about conflict is depth. Tukikosana, umenikosea, nimejam, nimesikia vibaya, I'm hurt. Then we talk about it. And let's announce to people that ghosting each other during conflict is not for adults. It's for adolescents and for children. Even during disagreements, we need to communicate. Even if you need time to process that, tell me that.
Yeah.
I feel hurt and I need some time.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
Usinyamazie tu mtu for
Not
1
just
week.
ghosting them and disappearing. That is immature.
Yeah.
So when we pitana, when you do something and I feel like I'm hurt or I've hurt you, and then we resolve it, our relationship gains depth, because now we have set a new standard there. Every time there's a handshake over everything, there's an agreement, there's a consensus. Every time we resolve a conflict, we attain new understanding. Najua hapendi hivo. Najua hapendi hivo. Najua hapendi hivo. And the hardest part about breakups, I was telling people that divorce is on the other extreme when we are unable to get along. And sometimes divorce looks like an amputation, having to cut away a part of the body to save the life, And I'm telling people that when you lose a person after some time, that's what you're losing. You're losing all the consensus you had built, all the depth you had built together. That's why I'm saying we fight for our relationship, because will I get a new person, start training them now from zero? You know what I like? Studying you as you study me. So conflicts are very important. They help us, nijue fulani namjua. Tumeishi pamoja miaka 5, miaka 10 sasa, na namjua.
But there's something important you've said there, Pia, that ukikosana na mtu, alafu we mwenyewe sasa unajua, unakiri yenyewe hapendi nikifanya hivi na hivyo. Very important then for that person, for the one who is committing the wrong or whatever, the grievance against the person, to not do it right?
Yeah.
So huwezi sema ati najua hapendi but bado unaendelea kuifanya, right? Because the conflict will persist forever and ever. And a lot of people then start saying ati, we need to change you. No, I feel like at some point you kind of need to accept this is in that person's personality. They just don't appreciate it.
And I'm happy you brought that word, because mtu akikukosea knowingly, that's now disrespect. And this is a principle in your personal life, in relationships, that I would rather adjust my life to your absence than having to adjust my boundaries to accommodate your disrespect.
Wow.
You get that? I would rather have to live without you than having to accommodate you hurting me knowingly. How do we even talk? You repeat the same thing, you repeat it again. What is that? What are we doing together? Yeah. Who am I? You know? Yeah. After tumeongea nikakwambia, when you take this long when you do things without telling me, I don't feel included. I'm surprised by strangers telling me I don't know what happened. And this is in my family. I felt awkward, why did you come? It was and I confess, I just thought I talked about it. I'm sorry. Next time I'll make sure I tell you, And then next time, I have told you earlier, okay, today I'm working on this, I'm going somewhere in case, somebody told me, something, I'm on away. That communication is part of what the disagreements I see in couples a lot. And I can, so sometimes it was a communication gap. One person assumed the other one, went ahead, did something. This other person learned from that parties. Nimeona habi yako hapa. And nastuka, there was nothing about that direction today. So they had. So ukirudia wakati unajua sipendi, that is disrespect. So tuna expect, anatulisema hakuna mapenzi bila heshima. I don't know who told people. We said, Joyce, it's very unfortunate for girls who grew seeing mothers being abused. Because they were taught them that abuse, disrespect and love can coexist. Kwa hivyo wanafikiri mtu anampenda, me I stay with him because he loves me. Although I see he mistreats me,
but all men are like that.
Imagine, they are not like that.
Yeah.
The other day we were discussing to converse lies we once believed. And one lady said, a lie I once believed that men are the same. They are not. Another thing is, you should not accommodate disrespect just because you think you're loved.
Yeah.
Okay, na kuna wengine wamekuja ku pain and love. They should not coexist. Nobody should hurt you. Alafu anarudi anabega anasema unajua nakupenda.
Right. Even the Bible says love is patient, love is kind.
Kind.
Yeah.
That's so basic. You needed to have kindness first
love
of all.
has self-control.
Yes. You need to have patience. You need to have that looks out for the other first. Even before you go out too deep and too far into emotions and all that, is this person a gentleman? Is this lady considerate of your feelings? I've met ladies who are so narcissistic. They use their position to hurt the man, and the man is so badly hurt, and he can't find people who can understand him. So it's very important we mention that many times it's not a matter of love. First of all, it's a matter of unajiheshimu kiwango gani na hautaruhusu watu waende below that.
Yeah. Well, Benjamin, let me ask you this. What do you say to the ones there are people who naturally they don't like conflict, right?
Yeah.
It's not in their personality.
Yeah.
I don't like confrontation.
Yeah.
I won't want to be in conflict. But at least for me personally, I'm at a point where if I'm not very happy with something, I'll find a way to voice it.
Very good.
But there are those who are so scared of losing that relationship, like they're in the relationship out of insecurity. And so even when they're being hurt, even when there's conflict, they just sit there and take it. They don't know. I guess they're scared of communicating.
Tuanze kwa kusema all human beings are born to love harmony and happiness and pleasurable feelings.
All of them.
All of them. Conflict is like a bitter pill. We swallow it when we have to. And children try to avoid madawa. So when we are young, we try to avoid conflict because it feels bad. But the more you mature, the more you realize it is necessary. Although it feels bad, it is necessary. So everybody must evolve past the fear of conflict. And I told you, thinkers versus feelers. Feelers are more empathy and connection oriented. So they hate conflict more. They are affected by that tension feels very bad for them.
Yeah.
Having to, and some even start tremoring, and you think, and what they're saying is honest. They're just hurting, They seem anxious. There's a student who was asked the other day in class, akapointiwa ambiwa na ajibu swali. Alafu, akaanza kusweat. Na akaambiwa, hey guys, I'm not dumb, I'm just panicky. So there's a difference when you're speaking the truth, even if you are panicking or you are tension. So, if you are so afraid of disagreeing until you allow your boundaries to be crossed, you'll have two problems now. Yeah. You are being hurt because he's crossing your boundaries, she's crossing your boundaries. Number two, because you cannot yourself voice it. Now, if you don't want an exchange, you're afraid of losing energy in exchange.
Yeah.
Chat.
It reminds me of a quote that says, don't complain about the clowns in your life. Complain about why you keep going to the circus. In many ways.
I like that.
Yeah, in many ways we allow what's in our lives, the things that permeate or continue in our lives is because we allow them.
That's it.
Right?
And they ask me, when will these games stop? I tell them they'll stop when you stop playing.
When you choose.
When
you
stop participating, playing. If you don't want verbal exchange, chat then. Text allow you, WhatsApp allow you to pick word for word.
Yeah.
To take your time, breathe, you refresh. So there are many ways of communicating, but one way or other, you must say, no, this one I don't like. You must draw a boundary, say, I don't enjoy this one. So usikubali the fact that and another problem is, if you continue accommodating, you are setting a precedent. Yes. Utamuuliza kitu amekuwa akifanya for a year, akwambie sasa hii ndio umeona ni mbaya. Remember to nip it in the bud ikiwa dogo.
Yeah.
The moment you hear the first word, mtu akwambia wewe ni mjinga.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I want to take a few questions, but we're going to be back on after the break with Benjamin. And I wanted to start talking about some of the common areas. Of course, finance is one. Other people in a relationship is one. And in fact, there's a question here. Someone says, how do you deal with this? I was cheated on and I forgave the person, but he still communicates with the same lady, forgetting that he said it's over.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's part of the boundaries we're talking about.
Yeah.
Kurudia kitu tuliongea na tuka agree and you go back to it. This lady should make sure now the consequences are higher. Not just talking. We may talk about it. We talked and you went back there. Stop talking now. Act. Stop responding to misbehaviors with words.
Yeah. Hey. Wow. Hey, I'm Lillian. On Sunday, I was invited by my neighbor to attend his son's birthday party to take my daughter. There was alcohol, I drank, and I was tipsy. When I was sober, I texted him an apology message. From Sunday, he has not spoken to me, even asking for tea. What do I do?
Oh, they're in a relationship.
I guess they're neighbors. But maybe she feels like she didn't present herself well. Because she says there was alcohol, she got tipsy. When she was sober, she texted an apology. This was the neighbor's son's birthday party.
I would want to see the whole context. There are men who alcohol is to a woman is taboo. For them, it's even unthinkable. Especially those who are grown up in a very conservative culture, where mothers would never come near it. It was men who did it. Or this could be people who alcohol in their culture is not a big deal as long as you don't misbehave around it.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get the context.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, you can continue sending in your questions to 22999. I'm here with Benjamin Zulu, and he's taking your relationship questions, particularly on how to resolve conflict in marriage. We'll be back after this short break. Stay tuned. This is Full Circle with Joyce. Guys, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce. Thank you again for your company. Here again with Benjamin Zulu as we talk about how to resolve conflicts in marriage this morning. And Ryan on Mushiri on Facebook says, what if a man keeps talking about his exes? This thing about exes seems to be quite a big issue. What is the way to handle an ex in a relationship?
Because this ex came before you, kwanza muongee kabla uingie. The moment you start interacting with the person, that's one of the things you'll be knowing. Which relationship are you in? Set an agreement about that. Kama they have a baby together or something, you need to agree what nature of interaction will exist. Because remember we said exes are one of the biggest interferers with relationships because they have something in the past and this person may not have quite gotten over them, And I think Joyce, part of these people who are struggling in exes is because they sneaked into this relationship. They did not sit to agree. Now we are starting, where are we and what's the agreement? Come, especially those who found themselves maybe pregnant or they eloped from home to come live with this person. You just came in, this person had not cleared their lives to bring you in and you did not set your terms. So if right now there's an issue of ex, your best strategy, just I tell people, is the trump card, the breakup. Never throw away that card. The moment people think you can't go anywhere, you are desperate, wezi niacha, they will never respect you.
Wow.
Even in marriage, you need to always know people, yes, marriage is supposed to be permanent, but doesn't work itself out. We are the ones in it. Let's keep working at it. Because if I work and you don't work, it won't work. The point is, let people know that you are with them and you're committed, but you also hope their commitment and commitment must match.
Yeah.
So step back na umwambie kuna vitu nafanya sifurahi and we can't continue like this. Let's solve them first.
Wow.
That's very important.
Wow, Benjamin, I have a lot of questions to get through. Yeah. So we're going to do our best.
Yeah, let's do.
Ogwok Linda here on Facebook says, watching from Eldoret, I had missed Zulu. I believe in everything. Communication is key,
That's
certainly.
Right. Thank you.
Wanjiru Kwegi says, Zulu was my mentor in high school. I love him and he really inspires me.
Oh, thank you.
Irene Mushiri continues to say, this man is full of energy. Me hukua quick-tempered and I can't control it, so I get angry very fast. What can I do so that my hubby can understand that? I get very surprised when people say I can't control it. Is that true?
No. You have power. There's something you can do. You can draw boundaries. Now, if you're inside a relationship, because just to remember, when you're dating, check whether your man has those problems. Insecurity, bad temper, those are things that are very risky. But wengine, in a development, mkiwa inside a relationship, things change and they start losing their temper.
Yeah.
You know, they were okay, but now they're losing their temper. Force them to get help by putting ultimatums. I can't continue like this. Get help. This one can't go on.
Yeah. Okay, our SMSs are flooding in and I'm going to be touching those in just a few. Let me just read one more Facebook comment here. Faista Dadush says, say hi to Benjamin.
Hi.
With him, the show is always lively. I can't miss it. And to solve conflicts, just to know the right time and how to approach your man. Wengine ni fire. Wakiwa wamekasirika, they can harm you at a moment. So just take your time and learn your person.
Very good.
Sounds like good advice,
That's
doesn't
a very
it?
tactful thing.
Absolutely. And it's that's why it also calls for wisdom. And even the Bible teaches a lot about that.
Yeah.
Like Abigail too in the Bible, whose husband was a fool, but she applied wisdom. Like you
To
don't
save
just
his
go,
life.
To save his life.
And David said, I've not only taken your advice, but respected your person.
Yes.
Yani wisdom yako imenibamba.
Yeah.
No wonder after she became a widow, this guy married her.
Yeah.
This a wisdom. And alikuja na chakula. Because you need to know what men need. She just came with the food and respect.
Figure out how to mellow down the situation. Yeah. So it's not that just because you have an opinion, even if you're the one on the right, part of resolving conflict and the wisdom about is the way,
and the
exactly.
timing.
Absolutely.
And how you put it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your tone, very, very important.
Yeah.
And especially for men, you don't want to damage their egos in the process because they just won't hear you after that.
Very good. If he was attacked, you could be saying the truth. Remember, I said sometimes the truth is ugly, eh? You need to sugarcoat it with respect and say, I don't, na tukasema separate the person from the problem.
Yeah.
And don't use the words like always. Tulisema, don't use words like always. Don't say things like divorce. Don't throw that words in. Express heart while still expressing respect for the person. You know, I really don't know why you did that. I felt hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You are saying I didn't expect that. It's very easy for them to say, oh, I'm sorry about that. And then it goes on.
Wow. Let me get to some of these SMSs. Maze zimeja.
Okay.
Sijui tutafanyaje hapa leo, but wacha tujaribu tu. Kawa ataniongezea time, tutashukuru.
Yeah.
But here someone says, how do you deal with an addict and he knows that you don't like it at all, promises to stop but doesn't, and it's affecting communication?
The fact that you use addict means it's an habit that he is hooked to. The best...
A destructive one too.
A destructive one. And the only medicine to any addiction, to alcohol, to sexual habits, pornography, betting, you know, very destructive habits. The only solution starts with the addicted person admitting that I have a problem. Number two, seeking help. Wewe ulie partner wake, wacha kusema, nitamsaidiaje na hajakubali umsaidie. You can't force it. This is an adult. The first challenge is kumwambia, do you realize you have a problem, my friend? Unless you realize it, I think nothing is going on here. And nikaambia people, always step back and let people taste life without your cooperation. That's what will force them. Stop. I don't know why people stay there. I'm trying to help him. I don't know what I can help. We are praying. Can you pray from 100 kilometers away and let him sense lack of food? Let him sense lack of you? So that he can feel what it feels, you know? Let him experience the consequences of his actions. Stop shielding all through. Don't shield him.
Hi, Abasi. Don't shield him. Eunice from Mombasa says, I have this problem. It's a long story, but to make it short, kuna wakati my hubby tukienda uwanjani alikuwa ananiacha nikilia juu nilikuwa sishibi vizuri. Ala?
I get it.
Nilimuuliza, alikuwa akisema ako sawa, but nilikuwa naumia. Saa hii mimi ndio sijisikii kabisa na yeye yuko juu, kweli nifanyeje?
I know the consequences. I know what she's saying. This is another lack of communication again. Can we communicate when hata kabla hatujaenda uwanjani tutacheza game aje kule? How do you like it? How do I like it? Kama hataki kuzungumzia hayo mambo, that is the problem. Not the way he's doing it. The fact that you don't want us to discuss it.
Right, because it's important to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I told men to move away from thinking that it's all about us. Now you're riding like a bicycle, and you ride. Now umemaliza, umetoka, and then, it's not
or
like
thinking that you know everything.
It's a mutual, yes. Yeah. There are two things about women you need to know. The universal principles around them, there are things they share together. Like they like connection, they value communication, they want to be listened to. Every woman has that. Number two, your woman has uniquenesses. Yeah. There are things about her that she doesn't share with other people. Her particular personality, her particular experience. Take time to learn that woman. Don't imagine she's the way you found her. Another thing, she's evolving. The girl you married might no longer be here. This is another lady who is emerging. You need to know her new taste. And she could surprise you. Sigmund Freud, the biggest psychologist, wondered loudly what women want. Yeah. And he was a psychologist. Yeah. So we can never hope to master our women. Learn your woman, communicate, get, especially those things she says repeatedly and you begin to think it's nagging. Because you never got it. We complain she's nagging. It's because we never get it.
Wow.
If you got it, she will never repeat it. She keeps repeating because she doesn't feel hard.
So mwache kusema we are nagging, ni nyinyi hamsikii.
Tungeshika ungerudia. Joyce, would you repeat something after I've already caught it? So men, this is the principle of women nag when they don't feel hard. Men shout when they don't feel respected. So many times she's repeating because hujamsikia. If you got it and implemented it, she will never repeat it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I like that. I mean, certainly, isiwe tu at it's one-sided ukiwa uwanjani. Of course, for sure, it's for both of you to enjoy.
Easy basically, huyu ni mtu, my friend. Can you find out what works for her? Stop being selfish. Na vijana, next time unitie men conference tuwaite kando. Tuseme even the language you use is so wrong.
Yeah.
Because you ombaka na unaomba mandazi, nipatie mandazi. This is not mandazi. This is a person. And love is not given, it's shared.
Oh,
this is not a tree. This is a person, their feelings also, And tulisema men wako kama bulb. Una switch on and it's on. You switch off and it's off. But ladies are like iron. Pole pole warm up and also warm down slowly. You need to understand this. This is an understanding to it. Don't be too egotistic on let's announce to ladies briefly that men attach so much of their identity with sexuality that anaona akikorrektiwa hapo ni kama anakuwa attacked. Be careful. Don't deal with the boys who have grown beards. Wow. Sense that he's also mature.
Yes.
Don't just marry a tall boy. And then he's so sensitive and fragile. You walk on eggshells when you have to correct him. Lest akasirike akunyamazie miezi 3. Juu ulimwambia, there's something he's not doing well. He should not take correction like an attack. Correction is just correction.
Yeah.
If you do it better, you should know that you don't know everything and learn together. If you see a man who cannot take correction, that's dangerous. Run in the opposite direction.
Wow.
You are entering prison. God told you that the man you marry will rule over you, but he asked you to choose your ruler. If you choose a dictator, don't complain here that he's dictating on you.
Benjamin anunuliwe chai jamani. Wow. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start with all of these, but hi, this is Annette. Hey Aki, I'm a bit tired. My hubby can come from work, amenuna, hata ananyamaza for like 2 days with weird mood swings, na hata hujamkosea, na ukimuuliza na kushow hataki maneno. He's the type anaongeanga when drunk and can be violent na anajaribu kuacha pombe. What could be the problem and how do I handle this? Let me try and read a couple questions at a time. Hey Joyce, I'm one woman who we cannot resolve conflicts because my hubby started cheating on me 4 years ago and I cannot ask anything because alikata kumwacha and now they have a child. I'm stressed out, but I'm there for my kids because sina job.
Two things. Can I quickly?
Please do.
Huyu wa kwanza amesema ananinyamazia ati aongee. Na unaenda unamuuliza anasema ataki maneno. Let me give you a solution, my friend. Answer fire with fire. Akinyamaza na wewe nyamaza.
Benjamin.
Kama ataki maneno na wewe usilete maneno.
Alafu
give him a taste of his medicine. That's one strategy to deal with passive aggressive people. Passive aggressive are those who just withdraw, they sabotage you, they act like they don't. Behave exactly the same. Hata akishaanza kuongea wewe usiongee. endelea na ile silence
Alafu
until if he tastes the consequences of his own behavior.
So ungoje mpaka Yesu aanze kusema kitu.
In fact, woman, you are more powerful. These men who mistreat women, they make you think you are lower position. You are the one who needs more. If you left, he would crash ahead of you. And I want to ask this lady to stop putting herself on the defensive. Remember, he's trying to put you on the defensive to pursue him. Stop pursuing. Actually, be so polite. Don't show emotion. But leave food in the kitchen or on the table. Go sleep, wake up, sing songs with your children, continue with life. When he sees that he is not having effect, he will be infuriated and come back. I'm sorry for the behavior. Hata sikuwa najua what was happening. Hata hujamuuliza anything. So don't use words, use actions. Akikunyamazia, nyamaza. Akisema hataki maneno, usiwahi mletee maneno, na akiyalete na wewe ukatae maneno bado. Baka apologize the first misbehavior. That's how you draw boundaries.
Now huyu mwenye the husband cheated on her 4 years ago, now has a kid with somebody else. She's saying she's staying there because of the kids and she doesn't have a job.
2 lies. You don't stay for the kids.
Hana kazi.
Okay. If this guy died, God forbid, would you die also? You have options. It's that you have refused to think that you have options and you think he's your God. Maybe God has left you because you have another God.
Oh. Wow.
I want to ask you to stop treating you like a God. Draw your boundaries. I will not accommodate cheating, come what may. Because listen, women, when you accommodate cheating, it can only get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And worse and worse.
Yeah.
You are risking diseases. You are risking, other things. So I want to ask this lady, children don't need you to stay in a painful relationship. Children need just you to be there for them.
Yeah.
They don't need this man if he's mistreating you. That's the point.
Wow. Hey. Someone here asks, what do you do if your husband cannot allow you to look at his phone? And I had previously caught him chatting, like flirting with a woman that he works with.
Wacha kuangalia simu yake. Simu ni yake. Yeye si wa simu yake. You know who owns the other one? You should talk to the man, not the phone. After you got, I tell people that if a woman wants to carry out an investigation, she does better job than FBI because she has all the time to imagine it out. So hata kama upitii kwa simu yake direct, you can always see other signs. Be patient and observe. Stop being direct. Mpaka aone unatafuta simu mpaka ana change password. Just go slow. Ataacha simu hapo na ingie bafu na ikilia atoke na masabuni na ana nguo juu simu imelia. Now make that the cause of the discussion. Nini ilifanya ukaruka ukiwa na masabuni juu simu ililia?
Oh my goodness.
That one. Why are you insecure about the phone?
Yeah.
Who could have been calling? That was abnormal. Tell me about that, So you can always set other traps apart from going direct. Actually, when you behave blank and polite, that's when you confuse a cheating person.
Yeah.
Dishonest people are confused when they can't figure you out. So stop being easy to read. Stop being easy to read that you're trying to check his phone. You're trying to, investigate his phone. Step back and go watch. He will emit other cues. He will forget something. Na a behave frantic. Especially simu. Ni rahisi sana kumkachi. Rahisi sana kumkachi.
Benjamin, ni haka tu kahoma tu kama
I understand.
Otherwise ningekuwa hapa na. But you know what, guys? We have so much feedback for Benjamin and around this topic today. So we're going to actually extend the session or after the break, okay? Benjamin is today. Benjamin is getting.
Thank you guys for campaigning with your text.
Benjamin, we celebrate. We have not done this before on Full Circle. He's getting 3 segments with us today, just because the questions and the feedback is that overwhelming, and we want to make sure we reach out to as many of you. Is that okay with you?
Very okay.
Tumlete chai. Makamandazi jameni, huyu jamaa amenena kweli. But we'll be back at the top of the hour with even more Full Circle with Joyce. Please do keep your feedback coming in to 22 999 and also on our Facebook page at Switch TV Kenya. I'll see you shortly.